Hey everyone, it's Melody with Design by Melody. I'm here with the fifth layout using my Citrus Twist kit from October. This is part of my kit review series, and as you know, if you've been watching, I'm about a month, half a month to a month behind since most of the kits come in the middle of the month. I just don't get a chance to finish them before the month is over, and then I'm not getting the next kit anyways till about the 15th or so of the month, so it actually works out well. I usually run with one kit from about the 15th of the month to the 15th in the next month, with some exceptions when things get delayed or whatnot. But anyways, this is the fifth layout using this kit, and this is a little bit different for me. I don't typically go with the browns and the more neutral colors. I'm very much a bright color kind of scrapbooker, or a white based layout kind of scrapbooker, and this is a little bit different. This is definitely creams and browns and things like that, but I'm going to embrace it. And as you can see, I have these photos of Kaylin. So we have this cat that kind of accidentally got adopted by us temporarily. And I'm just going to kind of let you watch me as I tell my story here. And I'm just using all the different supplies from the kit. This layout flies together, by the way. So this is how this happened. We started around October of 2015. We noticed this cat was kind of hanging around, and we didn't know whose cat it was. We just kind of let it be for a while, and then he just looked so cold and mangy. So he wasn't like mangy, but he was his hair was all matted, and he just looked cold and seemed kind of scared. He almost had like a real soft meow, and obviously he was not an aggressive cat, so we decided to go ahead and start feeding him, and if nobody showed up to claim him, we were going to keep him, and I was going to take him to the vet and everything. So this is kind of the first day that we started feeding him. Now, he had been around for a little while, probably a couple weeks. Somebody was feeding him, but he obviously was not inside. His hair was all matted. He had like burrs in his hair and stuff like that, so he just wasn't really taken care of. So we decided to go ahead and start feeding him. So I picked up some cat food, and we put like a bowl out on the front porch, and so he had water and cat food. So I had went inside to like put up something, and I came back out, and this is, mind you, the first time we really kind of started taking care of this cat. This was like before I'd even figured out, okay, do we need a litter box or whatever. Like, that's what we figured out that day. But I came back out to check on him. Kaylin was watching him eat, and this is what I find Kaylin sitting on the ground with the cat in his lap, and Kaylin said he just sat down and was petting the cat, and the cat totally crawled up in his lap. So obviously this cat was like a house cat of somebody's house cat. He was very friendly. Actually was more, he seemed more content with Kaylin than he did with us, but he really was very, very friendly cat. So anyways, well, about 3 months after having him, a girl shows up and said this is her cat, and apparently her aunt who lives in our neighborhood was supposed to be taking care of the cat and wasn't really. She was feeding him but not letting him stay inside, and he was an inside cat, so that's how his hair got all matted and everything. So anyways, we kept him for a few more months. I think we ended up keeping him for about 4 or 5 months, and then the girl ended up moving. The problem was she couldn't have a cat where she had moved to, and so she was moving again, and so she came and picked up her cat. So anyways, we temporarily adopted a cat. So the title of this layout is The Cat That Is Not Our Cat, Freckles, aka Sensei. So we had named him Freckles because he had freckles on his nose, but his real name apparently was Sensei. So my journaling just says, and I stamped a little sentiment that says learn new things, because this was totally new to us. And I just put, we temporarily adopted this very friendly cat this fall. He and Kaylin were quick buddies. They loved each other. I had this meow card that I had pulled out months ago. I was like, I'll never use this. And then lo and behold, we end up temporarily adopting a cat. But it was from an LA Studio kit. And I actually have a dog version as well, which I'll have to do a dog layout. We're not really pet people. Kaylin loves pets, but we're just not really, I don't know. I'm just not really a pet person. I don't mind animals at all. I had animals growing up, like cats and dogs, but I don't know. We just don't do pets very well. So anyways, I never expected to use the cat or the dog things And I'm going to end up using both because now we dog sit on a regular basis for our friend. And, well, it's becoming a regular basis, I guess. We've only done it once, but we've got Thanksgiving. We'll be dog sitting for her dog. But that dog is just as friendly as can be too. And he's just part of the family. When he comes over, he's part of the family. But anyway, so I believe I'll be using all of my pet supplies, which I really never thought would happen. But I did keep them. I'd kept them together. So I have them. But let me tell you a little bit about the layout. So I am using the rub-ons here, and these are some rub-ons that I got on eBay. Thank you, Denise, for helping me track these down. But I had been gifted some in a rack probably 2 years ago, and I really liked them, but I needed more because I needed more letter options, and I wanted some different fonts. So I found these with Denise's help on eBay, and I believe it was like $10 for like 10 sheets of them. And as you can see, there are a ton on each sheet, and they're so easy to use. So the ones that I have that I was gifted about 2 years ago don't rub off as easily as these, but these are like butter. They just rub off so easily, and they don't get stuck to stuff. Before, the ones, like if I had laid it over my photo like that, it would be all stuck to the photo, but these were really well kept. And I really like them. I use them a lot. And it's kind of hard to tell here, but each row has like a line under it. And that line's actually, you can use it as a rub-on as well if you'd like, but it helps you keep the letters lined up as you rub them off. So the background paper that I'm using, everything came in the kit except for the Meow card and the rub-ons. And then of course the ink, the Smoky Shadow ink from Paper Tray Ink did not come in the kit. But I used some of the book paper, I used some of the washi tape. I used one of the die cuts that I'm going to cut apart here in a moment. It has just like kind of a green loopy pattern on it. I'm also using a lot of the little leaves that came, and I believe that was on like the cut apart sheet. And since I talk about it being fall when we adopted this cat, and I've got a lot of the brown tones in the background, I thought it would be really nice to include those fall leaves. I'm also going to include a little circle that says, yes, because it brings in a little bit more of that green. I'm going to use a die or piece from the cut apart sheet that said stinking cute, and it's in that olive green color. And then I'm also going to do a small little bit more journaling on this little peach colored like ticket. And then I'm going to use the little die cut that said life happens. So far all I've really done is layered a couple pieces behind my photos, did my journaling with that Meow card, and then did my title. Now I'm taking all of the embellishments, and as you can see, I kind of sorted through them to see what colors I was looking for, and I just kind of stick with the greens and the like peachy yellow color that is on the leaves. And so what I'm doing here is my little bit of journaling, and it just says, he crawled right into Kaylin's lap. They were instant friends. And it just says life happens. And that's kind of how this was. This cat just showed up, and I don't know what it is. He gave me this look in his eye. I don't know. I just felt so sorry for him. And it probably is a really good thing that he kind of adopted himself into our family, because come to find out, this cat was 18 years old. 18? Yeah, like 18 years old. It was missing most of his teeth, so I don't know how well he would have survived outside. So it just worked out well. Kaylin got to have a pet temporarily, and then, you know, the cat got a warm, safe place to stay. And then by the time that his owner actually moved and she could take him back, it was getting really, really cold outside, so it worked out better for him as well. So I'm coming to the end of the layout. I'm just kind of trying all the different little bits and pieces that I have sitting out here, trying to decide if anything works well. I'm going to use a few of these little heart stickers, not very many, just a few of the pink ones, because the alpha letters have some pink in it, so it needed just a little bit of pink somewhere else on this layout. So I used 2 of the little hearts that are pink, and then I'm going to use these Nuvo crystal drops to make my own little clear enamel dots on the page. And then that is it. You just have to kind of let these enamel dots dry, and then you're good to go. So that's it for this layout. Very simple, but I really like it. All right, stay tuned. I'll have more for y'all soon. Bye, guys.